I'll make this quick. Hello and welcome to another episode of our Friday night Caravan D&D campaign. This is a West Marches style campaign where anybody can jump in and out each week. So if you want to play with us, the Discord server link's in the description, or you can message us on any of our channels. We'll get you in, let you know what level character to roll up, and you can play with us on Friday nights. Last episode, we went on a mission to find a cave with some alleged treasures. While we camped out, a couple hunters arrived, and Hiram ended up killing them while everyone was asleep. Only Ramsrosh, Kit, and Scraw know what he did. If you want more context, check out the previous episode. Now let's jump in, shall we?
Welcome to the stream, everybody.
Welcome to the stream. I'm professionally trained actor.
I'm Troy McClure. You might remember me from such D&D games as...
I'm TV's Chris the Cow.
We'll just do a quick rundown of everybody and who they're playing then real quick. Wesley, you want to go first?
Next.
Absolutely not.
I was drinking something and I almost choked.
Perfect.
He demanded his attention.
That's what's called karma, Wesley. That's karma.
What did I do?
It's the spirit of the hunters coming back, and they're haunting you.
I'm glad that
You shall not drink.
Answer. Kenneth?
You remembered their names.
Yeah, I wrote it down in my notes and immediately wrote rest in peace.
Damn it, Brian. So I'm Hiram, and I'm a high elf warlock.
And Chris?
I play Scraw, and I'm a Kinku druid, and I can only say things that other people have said before.
Brain?
Jared Benantman, the centaur wizard.
Kit?
Hi, I'm playing Kit, who is a kobold paladin.
Are you playing with us today, Cowart?
Sure.
Wait a minute.
Introduce your character then?
I'm Zbigniew Brzezinski from the Bronx.
Did you just pull that out of your ass?
Yeah.
Because if so, I love it.
Oh, I found my notebook. Oh yeah, Hiram killed people. That's right.
Zbigniew? How does a guy even spell Zbigniew?
Does it have an apostrophe?
It actually spells
a
the
real
exact
name,
way as
too.
Punchki.
I'm a fire ganassi.
Ooh.
I played a fullback in the semi-pros.
Brzezinski.
All right.
Are you Polish?
I'm half Jew on my mother's side.
I'm on mother's side. So just to make everything easy, Zbigniew is with you. He's been with you. And maybe he just had food poisoning or something. Yeah, he had food poisoning yesterday. And so basically everybody except for Scraw, who is a late riser, as we have already established, are starting to kind of get out of bed and all that good stuff. If you recall, Hiram is, he definitely has some blood on him, but he also has a little bit of damage to his face. That. Yes, we did. You moved the body pieces. Yes. If you go and bury somebody and they're literally just cracked open bones and marrow, I'm assuming that you're going to get a little gore on you, sir.
Let me see if I have prestidigitation. I do. And I cast that and I'm clean.
Wow. Okay. So, everybody but Scraw is up at this point, and you guys can see even from here that the sun is shining fairly brightly into this cave, and you don't think that the blizzard is going to continue into today, and it seems like you guys have a pretty good day for travel ahead of you if that's what you so desire. So what do you guys want to do?
Oh,
Well, I think-
as I recall, none of us are aware that he murdered the people, right? He was able to keep that a secret.
Oh no, Kit knows
Not
exactly
even
what happened.
Oh, Kid knows. Okay.
Get super knows.
That reminds me, I need to change my name for the stream.
And Ramsrosh, who's not with us in player form today, super knows too.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the one that initiated for us. So
That's not at all what happened. Everybody that is listening, Wesley is lying, and that's not true. I'm super giggly tonight.
Straw knows, but is keeping it a secret.
thank you, Straw.
So yeah, what do you guys want to do then?
I think first order of business is to wake up Scraw. Scraw.
Ah!
Time to wake up. Yes. Ow. He's trying to get looking at Scraw, trying to figure out where to look.
Yeah, Scraw gets up out of his sort of nest that's on the top of the carriage there and stretches his sort of arm talon things out and everything like that and opens his beak real wide and kind of does a bird yawn and rubs his eyes a little bit and then he says they'll probably try to kill us in our sleep.
Nope. You're super awake, and you're not asleep. Time to go.
Just grab your saddle and get out of here.
All right.
So Big Moo gets his track pants on and zips his shirt up halfway and puts his necklace on. Takes off.
Oh.
Is he just swatting? Is he just squatting over in the corner for no apparent reason?
I'll just sit here for no apparent reason until you guys figure yourselves out.
So I'm going to walk into the cave and say, well, we survived the night. Anybody have any idea what we're going to be having for breakfast?
Ramsrosh looks over at you and goes, "Bag full."
Nope. Yeah.
And he tosses it over to you, right at your feet, Jared.
It gets running over, tried stepping in between the bag and Jared, arms outstretched, nope. Mm-mm.
I've seen you in action, my good lizard man, and I already know. I've no interest in whatever's in that bag. And I walk out of the cave.
Yeah, gives a sigh of relief.
And Ramsrush just kind of shrugs and throws his bag over his shoulder and just kind of oh, whatever. And,
So I'm going to... hold on one second. Actually, I think we all have this ability because for some reason we all got a lot of similar stats. At least me and Kit. We can remember the...
You're Outlanders, so you can get food and
Yes.
water.
Food and water.
6 people.
6 people.
Oh shit, I'm an Outlander too. But I ate half a Quaalude. So I'm all right.
I'm going to... We're in a mountain fort. I'm gonna I'm gonna look for an animal that I can take down, but on the way I'm gonna keep an eye out for berries. Not bears.
Do you
berries.
have? Okay.
Furries.
Do you have any sort of like a bow or a ranged weapon at all?
I can cast Ray of Sickness.
I was also going to say I happen to know where a few bows might be.
Fair.
Did they hide the hunter's equipment? What did they do?
No, if I remember correctly, I think you just rolled super piss poorly and never noticed it.
Okay, that's fair.
But I might be wrong. Wesley might have hidden it. Wesley, you want to answer that for us?
I thought I tried to. Oh, I just bit my lip. Oh God.
Well, I guess that's what we're having for breakfast then.
Quit messing
I
with your
tried
mouth.
looting their bodies, and you didn't say anything about the bows. I didn't think. I just got a knife and some lockets off of them.
I think there specifically was mention of the bows sitting in like the corner of the cave last time round.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, okay. So then they're still sitting there then.
Oh, dude, hold on. No, we're good. I have one in my cart. I'll use that. I'll pull that out.
Oh, dope. Okay. So let me.
Damn it. All I see are arrows. What the hell kind of a seller am I? I don't have. I have survival.
High or low, Brian?
High.
So you actually do. So you're kind of just moving your way through this pine forest, and there's a lot of deep tracks that you've been following for a little while, and maybe after 45 minutes or so, you do eventually find a fairly sizable doe in a clearing, and you manage to bring her down fairly easily, and field stripper and all that, and you also gather some berries and things like that, and you do refill your canteens and stuff at a little bit of melt water that you're able to find as well. And so you're thoroughly supplied for the entire party if you wanted to head back at this point.
Do you happen to know what a bow costs?
I can look it up for you real quick. Give me a second.
There's a big new pulls a meatball out of his pocket while he waits and takes a bite out of it and then puts it back.
How long have you been saving that in there?
Mind your fucking business. Split your nuts from the top of your head to the back of your ass.
I give him a dirty look.
So
How many
longbow.
pierogies?
Yeah. $3, I'll give you 5.
Longbow's how
Now
much?
I want pierogies. God damn it! A longbow is 50 gold, and a fucking and a short bow is 20.
What the hell, man? Okay, no wonder. I'll say I bought one. I'll just take 20 gold out of my inventory or my spending.
Sorry, I can't cure sickness on a bow to give you a discount.
Is it a big deal that the big new is a genie?
A genocide? No, it's cool.
So before we start moving, Scraw, like he's been itching on himself even more. The mushrooms have grown up a little bit more as too on his like kind of feathers and stuff too. And then also he like pats down his shirt and looks inside the pocket on his chest there, and then looks in the other pocket and then starts looking around everywhere, searching for something.
And the big new pulls out a toothpick and starts picking his teeth and watches the bird peck around.
So question for you quick, Jared. Are you planning on trying to preserve any of this dough, or are you guys just gonna eat what you can right now and then move on?
I don't know. How do I preserve it? I guess I could. We got sacks.
Well,
and
you
stuff,
could-
we just throw it in there.
Well, you could create like a. It would take a little while, but basically you could create like a cedar box almost, and you could smoke it. You could use salt to try and preserve it for a little while. I mean, you have some options.
At the very least, I could use it as bait. So yeah, we'll just take it with us.
Oh, okay. So you're not even gonna bother trying to preserve it. You're just gonna hang on to whatever y'all don't eat.
Yeah, we gotta go find this cave and get our treasure. I'm impatient.
I mean, it's relatively cold out too, so it's not like it's gonna rot quickly.
Pack it with some snow.
So yeah, you guys share a meal of venison and some berries and some nice cool fresh water, and you're all fed. And I'd say at this point it's maybe like 8 o'clock in the morning or something like that. You guys have been awake for a couple of hours now, and you're ready to roll out whenever.
Is everyone ready?
The big news.
Yes, I am.
Brian's character and is like, "Hey man, sorry about earlier," and hooks him up with the cannoli.
Not much of a morning person, I take it.
Not much of a all day person.
Aren't cannolis Italian?
Yeah, like wait.
Well, if everyone's ready, y'all best jump in the cart unless you're walking. Not you, Hiram. You have a horse.
Kit, would you like to ride with me?
Nope, that's okay. Do we have a stepping stool? I'm getting in the cart.
You can get
All right,
on
I
the
just
back
get on
and hold me up around my hips.
Nope, cart it is. I've got some things I need to think about. Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. I believe Ramsrosh, you are the one with the directions. Where are we going?
He
You're mad roboting, Tim. Ooh, maybe I'm mad.
Look,
I can hear you.
That's better.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Better.
it
All
got
right,
crazy.
sorry.
Ramsroth, where are we going?
It really hurts my throat to do that voice, so he's just gonna say that you need to head back to the road and start taking it north until the forest gets really thick.
I do that.
Okay. And so so you guys have been traveling for probably about 4 or 5 hours now. It's around noon. You guys look up and the sun is high in the sky at this point. There isn't a whole lot of cloud cover. And the wind is fairly calm at this point as well. And why don't you guys go ahead and all roll me a perception check?
Oh,
Tenor.
Oh,
I got a 1. I'm still looking for the thing that I was looking for.
I
Okay.
got a 6.
9.
Did any of you guys get above a 15?
Hold on. Give me 1 sec. Roll right. A 2.
That's amazing.
Oh wait, shoot! It's sunny outside, so if we're looking for things, I've got disadvantage.
Ooh, even better.
Yeah,
I
still a
thought,
9.
we never found you sunglasses.
Nope.
Nope. That was the first thing that he said too. He was like, "Oh man, that's probably going to be my goal for today," and then that never happened. We instead got sidetracked in a lot of other stuff. So yeah, everything seems to be normal and good and stuff because y'all are. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that Kit is very preoccupied with things. I think that Hiram is still kind of staring hard back and forth between Kit and Ramsrush to kind of get a feel for what the situation is. I think Jared is just a fucking idiot. And even if Scraw did discover something, he would have a hard time telling y'all about it. And I think Zabignu is just so worried about getting all that cannoli out of his teeth that, he's just very focused on that toothpicking, and just kind of Slav squatting in the corner of that cart.
Scraw has like a little crumb of some food that he found, and he's like constantly going between everybody and searching around and going like,
Scraw is so wonderful.
he's holding it out like real down low to the ground too while he's doing that.
So why don't you guys give me another perception check?
Oh, that was better.
16.
I rolled a natural 20 and a 19 with disadvantage, so a total of 20.
Oh, shit.
Wow.
I got a 21.
Oh, shit. So all of you that rolled over a 15, there is an intense smell of like rotted flesh almost, but like it doesn't smell like a carcass. It smells just kind of like that sickly sweet smell is just kind of carrying on the air a little bit. And I would say that Scraw and Kit, you guys can both immediately tell that the smell is coming from your left, sort of in the forest. And as you're kind of peering to sort of get a feel for where it's coming from, you can sort of see this tall figure. It's got like blotchy green patches among very white fur. It appears to be bipedal, and it's definitely moving. It's moving like alongside of the cart at this point, and you can hear it crunching through the snow and through bushes and things like that, and it's very obvious at this point. And you would guess that it's maybe 50 feet away from you. Like you guys are basically like in the center of the road. The road is like 15 feet wide. There's a little bit of clear where the trees are cleared away to keep kind of brush and stuff back away from overtaking the road. And then like right once you get into the tree line, that's where you guys can see that creature / hear it and also smell it.
Zabignu says, oh, hold on. What's everybody flaring their noses for? The fuck? You guys smelling something?
Yeah, I lift my beak up into the air and kind of like you can tell that I'm smelling something, and then I look over in that direction and squint my eyes, and then I turn back to the group and say, it's a swamp monster that kidnaps little lizards.
I can't believe y'all remembered the skunk ape. That's awesome.
Everybody easy now. Does it appear hostile?
I can't tell. You want me to ride ahead and see if I get a better idea?
It's like, isn't it like 50 feet away?
Oh, is it far?
Yeah, it's not very far.
Okay.
Oh.
Can
Away
I
from you.
can I roll insight on this thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
13.
You can also roll nature to try and figure out what it is if you'd like.
Okay, but I'm not.
I'll do that.
All right.
All right. Where's my nature? Oh, sweet. So 19.
I mean, really.
You're pretty positive it's a
Scraw
Yeti.
already told us what it is.
I say, she's strong and fast.
And Jared, with your insight, you would estimate that the only reason that this creature has to be tailing alongside of you is it must be trying to hunt you.
Oh boy.
I have a very bad feeling about this thing, and I would recommend that you ready your weapons.
They seem to be quite amiable.
Is there any way we could maybe move a little faster?
You know, I typically don't carry more than twice my weight, right? I've got, what, 5 of you back there?
Good
I
point.
don't-
I'm not opposed to
Slap
hopping off
his
and running,
ass.
but I,
You bastard! That's so speciesist.
beachist.
Would no one like to ride with me? And I gesture to the saddle behind me.
I say, I have no interest in that bag.
I'm gonna try and pick up the pace a little bit.
Okay. So you start picking up the pace a little bit. Why don't you guys go ahead and make me another perception check?
13.
21.
11.
11.
All right. So Hiram, you've been kind of just side-eyeing and watching this creature as it's moving through the tree line. And at one point, you're pretty positive that you see at least one more. But you think that it could be possible that there's 2 more. But those ones are definitely further off into the woods. You would guess anywhere from 75 to 100 feet, depending.
Would here's a DM question for you. Does charm person work on any kind of creature or just a smart
Read me what
one?
the spell says. Read me what the spell says.
You attempt to charm a humanoid you can see within range. It must make a wisdom saving throw.
Humanoid. Let me just look up their stat block real quick. Sorry, 1 second.
No worries.
Let me smoke some weed.
I just picture he's like, let me check on that, and he just lights up and sits back for a while. Comes
So
back.
no, I would say you would know, Hiram, that wouldn't work.
Okay,
But they're designated as a monstrosity. So
they are okay.
yep.
Um,
But I had to look it up because unfortunately I just copy the stats into my notebook. I don't bring my books downstairs because I don't have a big enough table to have it all spread out or anything. So if I plan a monster, I just copy the stats into my notebook, and I don't know why I didn't think that it would matter what type of creature. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, that's okay. That's a bizarre question. I mean, you can't plan for every avenue.
I should warn you, lads. If this turns into a fight, I'm unhitching, so be prepared for the wagon to drop.
I do
need
believe
to
there are 2
take
of
the
them.
bridle out of your mouth.
So, Brian, I think that Jared's cart has 4 wheels to it.
All right, seems reasonable.
I don't think that it would just hit the ground. I think that, obviously they would want to know that you're going to disconnect from it so that they would know that they need to move independently from the cart. But other than that, it's not like they're going to have to worry about.
I don't know if this cart has brakes either, so if I unhitch, there's no telling if it'll start rolling downhill.
It does have ejector seats, though.
There you go.
I honestly hadn't thought of that, Brian, and I'm so glad that you said something. Thank you.
I don't know. I guess Kit's gonna run up to the front edge of the cart and stand on the corner, shield and rapier ready.
All right.
This little tiny, like, just barely over 2 foot tall thing.
I know I'm straining under the weight of this, but I'm going to attempt a full gallop.
Jared,
right.
before he gallops off, Jared, we should approach from 2 points.
Approach that thing?
Well, you want to run off?
And then what?
Would you rather fight or run off?
I don't want to fight anybody.
The Lord gave him 4 legs, and it surely isn't to fight on.
You're just going to abandon your cart in the wild?
We can come back for it. That thing doesn't look much like a thief to me. It just looks hungry.
I mean,
All right.
so this time, the only people that are going to make a regular perception check are Scraw, Kit, Hiram. All the rest of you have disadvantage on your perception check, but I need one more out of you guys.
Well, I was just going to say that at this point, I would have like gotten down on all fours, still with that little piece of food scrap in my hand, and I'm like vigorously trying to find whatever I'm looking for and going like all around the carriage. Like,
I just got a 23.
If this is
I'm gonna
sight-based,
give-
I would still have disadvantage.
Oh, yeah, you're right. It
He's
is.
got double disadvantage. Roll 4 dice. Pick the lowest.
No.
Well, that's a 3.
Ooh.
Can't see anything.
Disadvantage, I got 12.
All right. Scraw, I'm going to give you disadvantage as well. What's your perception?
14 plus 3, 17. Oh, wait, you said
And-
disadvantage. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So that's 10.
Okay, and then Zabignu?
11. Disadvantage.
All right. So you start to pick up the pace, Jared. And you guys are moving at a faster clip than before. Why don't you make me a constitution check and we'll see exactly like how well you're keeping this pace up.
That's an 11.
You're doing all right. The snow is still rather deep and it's a warmer day, so it's starting to kind of create a little bit of a melt, which is, just hanging up your wheels a little bit more than you'd perhaps like.
Is my bipedal friend keeping pace?
It seems like the Yetis that were on the side of y'all are starting to fall back behind a little bit. But you don't necessarily think that that's because you're going so fast. It seems like maybe they're slowing down.
They're falling back. What do you reckon they're doing? Do I know there are multiple yet?
I don't think Hiram ever said that he saw multiples, so no.
He seems to be falling back. What do you reckon he's doing?
I don't know, but I do believe there are more than one of them.
Hell's fire.
Jared, does a 16 hit your armor class?
It sure does.
Okay, so as you guys are having this conversation, Jared, the snow that's in front of you immediately starts to burst up into the air, and you see one of these massive creatures just plow its way out of the snow and just grabs onto the side of you, and it will deal 4 points of bludgeoning damage as it sort of rips you to the side. I want everybody that is on the carriage to give me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh, nice. Dex save plus 3, so 22.
18.
Okay.
Tim, I got hit
Okay.
with 4 damage.
Yes, sir.
12.
Bludgeoning.
A
12 for
freaking
Zbigniew?
12. Yeah.
All right. So as Jared sort of gets wrenched to the side, the entire cart sort of gets tipped in sort of like a barrel roll. And Kit and Scraw, you guys both like jump off as this thing starts to twist with Jared's body, and like his harness sort of breaks off of the cart. And you guys sort of just launch yourselves to the side and land harmlessly in the snow. Zbigniew, you also jump off before it like lands on top of you or anything, but you kind of clip your knee on one of the wheels as it's sort of barrel rolling over, and you're trying to contort your body, and you take 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And it smarts a little bit, and you are prone. So when we roll initiative, you're going to have to use half of your movement to stand up. So like, let's say if your speed is 30 feet, you have to use 15 of it to stand back up. Okay? Howard?
Yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Dope. And so
Sorry.
we're going to go ahead and
Tim,
roll initiative then.
Oh, okay.
What, Wes?
I'll ask once initiative is done.
Dope.
Tim, did my stuff spill into the snow?
Oh yeah, 100% is. I was gonna deal with that in the next round, but yeah, oh yeah, everything's gonna be fucking everywhere.
As I'm trying.
So we're doing initiative right now?
Yes, sir.
As I'm
Okay,
trying to
14.
As I'm trying to get back on my feet, I say, "If anyone needs a weapon, grab it from the snow, but I expect it to be returned." And I'm posting it. If anybody needs an item, I'm just posting it in the chat real quick.
I'm gonna braid your tail later.
And I do keep an itemized list, so y'all better not try and steal shit.
I rolled a 14.
Kit also rolled a
Okay.
14.
19.
Jesus, we're all 14s.
I got an 18.
Okay, so
What's
we have
ignorant?
Jared. Hold on. We have Jared at 19, you said?
Correct.
And then we have Zbigniew at 18.
Yes, sir.
And then literally everybody else is at 14. Okay. So Kit has the highest dex, or is it Scraw?
Plus
Mine's
three.
+3.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus
Are we
fucking
gonna need
Christ.
to
All
roll
right.
for it?
Yes, you guys need to roll off again.
All right, I got 11.
I got a natural 20.
Oh, okay. Well, that answers my question. Kit is next. Thank you. Kit, Scraw, Hiram. All right, Jared, you're first. So you're not like grappled by this Yeti or anything, and I don't even think that you're necessarily prone. I think that it just surprised you so much and kind of threw you, to the side enough, but you were able to kind of get your feet back under you, or your hooves, I should say, back under you, and so I think that the only person right now that is prone is Zbigniew. So what are you doing? You've got a Yeti that's like right in your face.
Is he prone in a Slav squat?
Zbignew's ass is half hanging out.
Good to know.
He grabs for his battle axes, I guess.
Oh, it's Jared's turn first.
Oh,
Sorry.
fuck. My bad.
My bad. No, that's my fault. I started talking about you when it wasn't even your turn. I don't know. Anyway. But Jared, what are you doing?
I undo my buckle from the cart, and then I cast...
Oh, you're already out of that shit, dude. No worries. That shit broke.
Oh. I'm casting Sword Burst.
I've never even heard of that spell. What happens?
You create a momentary circle of spectral blades that sweep around you. Each creature within range, which by the way is 5 feet, other than you, must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d6 force damage.
Hold
Dexterity.
on. Let me look something up. 1 second.
It skipped for a second. Did you say horse damage?
Chris, casting a spell provokes, doesn't it?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Okay, so Brian, I'm going to give you a chance to change what you're doing now that you know.
Oh, wait. I think it's if you're already like engaged with the creature.
Well, he is engaged with it. Like they're
okay.
in melee range.
Man, that's going to be an awesome reception when they get married.
So yeah, it's.
Oh my hell!
Terrible.
So yeah, if you cast that spell, it will get an opportunity attack against you, Jared.
And that means he's going to go before I can go.
Yeah, basically it'll mean that he'll hit you one more time before you actually get that spell.
But I also can't leave without taking an opportunity attack.
Correct.
Disengage action.
Well, yeah, you could disengage as a full turn.
Can he just re-engage?
Yes, but I
unless a party
mean,
member
you have
jumps
a
in
pretty
front.
big movement.
Oh, I can disengage and run away?
Yes, that's basically, so what you would end up doing is you would disengage and then use your full movement. Because your attack action and your bonus action go towards disengaging.
Okay, that's my best move. My speed is 40, so I think I can get away from him.
And so do you want to just head, like straight south away from him?
I can tell you one
Or
thing.
do you want to head?
I would like to, if...
Because remember, the other Yetis that are in the woods are to your west.
I'm going to run away from him towards them.
Okay, so you're going to go 40 feet towards the woods, basically?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are basically 10 feet away from these woods at this point, then. Just so you know, you're 10 feet away from the tree line.
Cool.
And if you want, I'll let you make a perception check to try and spot the other Yetis.
That's a 16.
You definitely see at least two of them. They're a little bit further behind. You would guess somewhere in the neighborhood of like 30 feet or so. But they're definitely starting to gain on y'all now that y'all are stopped. That will then bring us to Zabignu. What are you doing, man?
We're all pretty much evading, right? We're trying to get away.
I think that now that the cart is crashed, I think that fighting is pretty much your only option. But I mean, you can feel free to try and discuss it with your party a little bit during your turn, just to give you kind of a feel of where you are. You're currently kind of laying flat in the snow, and Jared is about 40 feet to the west of you. That Yeti is maybe a good 10 feet like northwest of you, to give you kind of a good feel. And Kit and Scraw are both like right, like you could reach out and touch either of them if you wanted to. They're so close.
Boom, 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 boom.
So I guess we're fighting. I guess I'll get ready to
Reach
fight.
out and touch Scraw. But yeah, I mean, I would assume that you're probably fighting.
Gotcha. So I can take an attack right now?
Yeah, because you have 30 feet of movement, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so it's going to eat up 15 feet to get up. You run up on him, and yeah, go ahead and swing your axe, Broseph. Give him the old heave-ho.
A 13.
A 13 is a hit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just don't roll any lower than that.
I have a question.
What's up?
Does casting a spell still provoke an attack if the spell time duration is instantaneous?
It only provokes if they're in melee range of you, my man.
All right. It just seems... Okay, go ahead.
I hit for 13 because I have
13 damage?
1d10 and 1d6.
Okay.
Wait, what? What class are you?
But I'm a fighter, multi-class fighter and a wizard because we're level 2, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And
Fighter
then
wizard. That's weirder than me.
oh no, I'm sorry. I should have did a 1d8 plus 4. Is that it? I did the
What kind of an axe are you using?
battle axe. I did the hit
Yeah.
die thing.
Are you using the battle axe two-handed or one-handed?
Two-handed.
So two-handed is a D10, so it'll be a D10 plus 4 then.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's how it works, right? Or am I
Mhm.
thinking of a
Yeah.
different system?
Yeah. Battle axe
Okay,
is-
I do.
Yep.
I get so fucking confused with how many different systems I play, man. Like, oh,
I feel that.
This one's
Anyway.
13 as well for damage.
oh shit. Okay,
Take a picture.
so
I will.
Zabignu, you go face first into the snow, and like you just come up seeing red. Take your battle axe, bring it up over your head, and just start charging at this dude, and just carry all of your momentum into this stroke. And when you connect with the collarbone of this Yeti, you immediately just see this V-shaped incision, and its one shoulder kind of slumps down at its side, and it's just oozing and streaming blood. It's still up, but it looks rough. Fuck, I did not expect y'all to deal that kind of damage. I mean, I kind of expected maybe the paladin, but
Just wait.
well, it's your turn, Kit. So
Uh-huh. So Kit has pack tactics, and there's an enemy right next to this Yeti. Or a friendly next to this Yeti, so Kit's
Right.
gonna run up and get to roll this attack with advantage.
that's awesome.
Oh wait, nope, sunlight sensitivity, which is disadvantage because it's in the sun, so regular.
Well, it's
Never
even.
mind.
Yeah.
It's even. Thank God for pack tactics. Stabbing with a rapier because he's a dex paladin is a 17.
Holy shit!
No, 17 to hit. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, that hits. I was like,
And we thought Wesley
start
was the
adding
monster.
some Yetis.
No.
There's some extra Yetis here, some extra Yetis there. Oh,
Well, he did
I'm
just roll
sorry, how
max
much
damage though on that, which comes out to be 8 plus 3, which is 11.
So why don't you go ahead and explain to us how this first Yeti goes down? Jesus Christ.
So you see,
What
so,
the
so the big new comes in with his big slash, and Kit charging forward, shield up, and all of the 2'7" of him, and just for the lady, charging forward using his rapier more like a spear charge, and just straight up into it. And like as the Yeti starts to fall over, Kit just runs between the legs so that he doesn't get crushed.
I'm gonna say that you actually like you catch its aorta in its leg. Like that's exactly where you stab it. And as soon as you pull the rapier out, it just starts gushing blood and immediately falls down. And Zavignu and Kit, you guys can both see that there is some motion over by where Jared is standing. Do you have a bonus that you want to do, Kit?
I mean, that was only 10 feet away from me, right?
Yes.
So I'm just going to use the rest of my movement and start running that way.
Gotcha.
Which is
And
another
your
20
movement's
feet.
25?
Well,
Oh,
no,
dope.
Kit's kobolds get 30 feet.
No shit.
They're fast. They're fast little.
That's awesome.
He
that's
only
awesome.
weighs like 30 pounds, so he can run pretty quick.
Hell yeah. So you are 25 feet closer. Cool. Then Scraw.
All right. So the other two Yetis that are near the woods to our west, how close are they together to each other?
High or low? I'm going to give you 50-50.
Low.
They are within 10 feet of each other, all of them.
All right. So I will. I'm gonna run towards them. They're how far away from us? 50 feet, you said.
The closest one is about 50 or 60. The furthest away one is about 70.
Oh, okay, so I'll run 20 feet towards the action there, kind of split the difference between both of them, and then I'll cast Entangle on a 20-foot square that would encompass both of them.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so they would they must succeed on a strength save or be restrained.
Oh, they're good at these.
my-
So the
my
first
DC
one is
is
a 16.
Yeah, that
Okay, so
passes.
first one saves. Second one, I rolled a 3 though, so second one's definitely entangled. How long does that last for then?
Concentration for a minute, and the ground is difficult terrain, even if they save.
Oh,
so.
dope. Gotcha. Okay.
And then
anything else that you're doing?
Oh wait, I guess because that was a spell. So other than that, no, that's it.
All right. And then Hiram.
Okay, I have a question. I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but does an Eldritch invocation count? I know it. It won't take up a spell slot, but would that be my only action in a turn, or could I use that and do something else?
What do you want to do? What's the other thing?
I was gonna use mage armor on myself and then try and use.
Nope.
Okay.
You're so here's the best way to think about it. You're almost never going to be able to cast 2 spells in the same turn.
That's fine. I'm not trying to argue for that. I just wanted to.
No, I'm just letting you know for future reference that there are very rare circumstances that you can cast 2 spells in the same turn.
Okay, and I couldn't throw my javelin and cast a spell in the same turn either, right?
That takes up so casting a spell eats up your attack action. So
Okay.
it would have to be one or the other.
Okay.
Well, kind of. I mean, I know that if you have a bonus action full spell, you can full action a cantrip.
Right.
But it's bonus action.
But neither
and a
of those
cantrip.
spells are
right. But I thought there's a weird one. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yep. That invocation is worded super weird.
I know. It's fucking.
How far away is the closest Yeti to me?
To you, Hiram, I'm going to say that they're actually probably closer to you because I think you were probably trailing a little bit behind Jared's cart.
Mm-hmm.
So you are within 40 feet to the closest one, and then 60 feet from the furthest. But you're also on horseback, so you could easily get close.
I'm going to get maybe 20 feet closer and then cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay, go ahead. Do better than 13. Or 13. 13's also fine.
Damn it, I got a 7. And I don't add anything to that, do I? Do I add 5 to that?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Spell attack or my DC?
Your spell attack modifier. Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's still a 12, so it doesn't hit.
Nope. So you're just bouncing a little bit from being on the back of Glue, as you're riding this horse. And
his name is still Glue.
You wanted to keep his name as Glue. You specifically said that. At least that's what I wrote down. So maybe it was wishful thinking. I don't fucking know.
That's what I remember.
It's not like this was streamed and recorded, and I could go back and listen to it or something. Jeez.
Yeah.
So that'll. Do you want to move or anything, Hiram?
I'm just going to move 20 feet ahead. But that's
Okay.
it.
All right. Chris, high or low?
Low.
All right. Well, that third Yeti is a fucking idiot. Do they have to make a saving throw when they go into the vines, or is it just rough terrain?
Let's see.
Because that third Yeti is 100% walking right into it.
It's when I cast the spell. They would need
Okay,
to
so
save
it's just
for-
difficult. Okay, so he's
Yeah.
just half movement. Cool. So, Jared, you see that these Yetis are starting to make their way towards you. But they definitely seem to be moving a lot slower than they were before. But they're also grouping up a little bit closer, and you're pretty positive that if you stay where you are, by the next turn they're going to be on you. And then that is actually your turn, Jared.
What's the distance?
The distance of these Yetis, they're all within 25, 20, 30 feet. It depends on which one you're talking about. One is 20 feet away, one is 25, one is 30.
Do I have a beeline towards them? Any of them?
I mean,
as soon
they're
as you
still
move towards
kind
them,
of
you're in difficult terrain.
Is that true?
correct. Yeah, because if you go into those woods where that spell was cast, because they haven't made it out of there yet, you could get up. You could get up in there without creating difficult terrain for yourself, so long as you stayed on like the edge of the woods. But if you go into those woods at all near where they're at, you're gonna deal with difficult terrain.
It cuts my distance in half that I have left.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't you a wizard?
Yeah, but I'm also
Yeah,
centaur.
why are you trying to get melee range?
I was gonna combine the two with a really cool double kill power.
I don't believe you.
All right, so I'm pretty sure they'll be up on me next turn.
Yes, that's my subtle way of saying make sure you fucking move away.
The one at the cart got killed already.
Oh yeah, dude, are you kidding me?
Super
Kitten's
dead.
the big dude made mincemeat out of that thing.
Just to play it safe, I'm gonna. Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna cast Ray of Sickness on the one that's closest to me. Do you need to know
Okay.
about that? Let me look that up real quick.
I assume it's Constitution.
It is.
What's the number?
You gotta beat a 9.
'Cause I got a 13.
Damn it!
A 9?
What?
I told you I'm a bad
Are
wizard.
you sure?
I'm a really bad wizard.
Oh my god, dude, that's awful.
No wonder you're just selling wares out of a carriage.
Oh yeah, no, this is like this is the first time I've designed a character to be bad intentionally. Like the rest, I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but this one, I got it down to a science.
Now you got to figure it out.
I'm running away.
All right, you doing your full movement, and in which direction?
Towards the creatures.
I'd like to go. I know I just came from the east, but he's dead now. I'm gonna go back to the east towards the cart.
No worries. You make your way, and you're basically right next to the cart at this point.
If I have to pass
you
it
could even.
to do my full 40 feet, I want to.
Do you want to use the cart as any sort of cover or anything like that, or not?
I want it out of my way.
Okay, so I'm gonna put you like kind of 10 feet to the south of the cart then.
Sounds good.
And yeah, so you'll be more towards the eastern portion of the road. So you're definitely further away from all the action and stuff. And there are plenty of your friends for these Yetis to have to maul their way through before they're gonna get to you. Speaking of friends,
Can I say something out of turn as he runs past me?
yeah, of course.
We should approach from 2 points. And that was it.
All right.
Hold on, I have to respond to something Wesley just said.
That's a note for later, for further business, not for.
So Wesley just typed in our Facebook chat, idea, space cowboys, and I just typed, idea, some people call me Maurice. Oh, Wesley, you don't get that one,
of
do
the
you?
pumpetus of love.
I don't get it. No, what's it from?
Steve Miller, he's from Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Oh,
The song's called The Joker.
When we get done, you should listen to it. It's a good one. Fuck, now I got so distracted. I'm sorry. He's the big new. What were you doing? My bad, dude.
Hanging with the pack. Looking for the next bad guy. How far away?
So you're actually one of the further ones away because Kid had some movement left to go and get closer to Jared. So you actually are about 60 feet away from the closest one. So you would have to double move in order to get there.
Gotcha. So I'll move to kind of tighten up the group, I guess. I'll get closer to the rest of the guys and kill my turn.
Tim,
What?
can we retcon just a couple seconds?
No? Yeah, what?
I forgot that I'm such a bad wizard that I got to roll whenever I cast a spell to see if I cast wild magic.
Oh, no, you're good. It wasn't a named one. We're good.
That's for, what does that mean? Aimed?
It's a sneaky that we'll find out later.
Pulled a sneaky on you.
No, when I say aimed, I specifically mean, because basically the way that I have it is I'm only having you roll on the wild magic table if you roll a 5 or less. So you have to specifically aim a spell at somebody. So like if you use Scorching Ray or like Eldritch Blast like Wesley is using, spells like that. If I'm the one that's rolling, you don't got to worry about it.
I got you. Okay.
Okay. All right, cool. And so Zbigniew, I'm going to actually put you right at the edge of these woods, kind of creating a sort of barrier that these Yetis would have to go through then. Because I assume that Kit is going to be moving up into that area next anyway. And so that would kind of put you guys in an advantageous position for him.
Yeah,
Exactly.
shade, please.
Well, like 100%. Yeah, it's definitely shadier in the wooded area, and the closest one to you, Kit, will be, flanked, pack tactic, whatever you want to call it, because of Zbigniew. Then, is that cool with you, Cowart? Is it cool if I place you there? Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So, Kit, it's your turn. The closest Yeti is about 30 feet away from you, and you've got pack tactics on it.
Oh, yes. That's what we're talking about. So, yeah, Kit's going to
And I'll
charge.
give you the actual advantage because of the shade, too.
Now we're cooking with bacon grease, maybe. Watch me roll potato on these 2 dice now. Wow. That's a 14. Thank you, advantage.
That'll hit, sir.
And then that is 10 damage.
Oh, yeah. So this thing is actually staring a lot harder at Zbigniew, the bigger target and stuff like that. And you just come and jab your rapier right in between the Achilles tendon and the bone of his ankle. And it just roars out and starts flailing its arms around and stuff. But you're so short that you don't even have to duck. Like, this thing is just...
I mean,
just flailing around like a madman, and Zbigniew is like, kind of fainting back and forth to try and avoid these blows, and you're just like, just effortlessly just being under them. Do you have anything else that you'd like to do, sir?
nope, that's it. I'm good.
That'll bring us to Scraw.
All right. So, how far away am I from Jared?
Fuck. Let's call it 50 feet.
Okay, perfect. So, first things first, I am going to I'm standing right next to Zabignu and Kit, right?
Okay, so you're actually 40 feet away from Jared then. My bad.
Oh, okay. And so I'm going to cast a healing word on Jared. So let me roll a d4 here. And that is a 4 plus spellcasting ability modifier. So would that be the spell attack modifier?
I think
just,
it's just your wisdom as a druid.
Oh,
Your
okay.
wisdom
So
mod.
okay, so that's 4 plus 3, so 7 HP back to you.
Well, as
Jared.
Nelly and the Saint Lunatics would say, hot shit.
Yeah. And then as my action, I'm going to instead of using
bird.
I expect it to be returned. And I said that back in your voice. And for my action, I am going to instead of using Wild Shape, I will use my Circle of Spores ability, Symbiotic Entity, which will give me 5 temporary HP. And
Okay.
oh, for each level I have in this class, so that's 2 actually. So 10 HP. And then my Halo Spores does an additional damage die. My melee weapon attacks do an extra 1d6 poison, and it lasts for 10 minutes or until I lose those temporary HP.
So I took the multi-attack away from these Yetis, but they all have it now again.
Okay. So just let me know when one of them gets within 10 feet of me.
Oh, one of them already is. If you're right next to Kit and Zabignu, the closest Yeti is 100% within 10 feet of you.
Well, it'll be whenever it starts its turn within 10 feet of me then.
Okay, so just make sure that I do that then.
Yeah.
No worries. Yeah, just don't let me forget. If you don't have anything else, I'll move on to Hiram.
Nope, that's all I got right there. Oh yeah, and to describe it, like I start like kind of shaking around and fluffing out my feathers, and then like the mushrooms and fungus all over them and stuff like that starts to grow and harden.
That's so gross, dude.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ, man, you're stinking it up.
Good
You're
gravy.
a nasty bird.
Freaking nasty. That's the last time you eat one of the eggs that drops at you.
Remsrush actually feels a little bit more at home because anytime that something has a nice layer of fungus growing on it, it just makes him feel that much more at ease. But he's definitely not going to help in this fight at all. So, Hiram, what are you doing, bud?
I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Just to clarify, it's that attack +5, right? I took the screenshot of.
Yep.
All right. So that's 17. Does that hit?
Oh yeah.
And that's 6 damage.
Okay. You're going on the close one, right? The one that Kit just hit?
Yes, and my Eldritch Blast is the Fist of Joseph Smith. Just letting you know.
Oh yeah, you fist him real good. I'm sorry. So that will bring us to the Yetis then. The one that is in front of Zabignu and Kit, it's looking real rough.
All right,
And
it's gonna
the-
take 2d4 necrotic damage. So that's
Okay.
2 plus, what is that? 3. So 5 damage necrotic.
So you see this thing start to cough, and it just hacks up a bunch of blood and then collapses in a heap right at the big news feet. And the other two then move into melee range. So both of those will also be within 10 feet of you, Scraw. One moves basically into Zabignu, and the other one moves into you, because I think that... Well, actually, hold on. Let me roll real quick. High or low, Kit?
High.
All right. So, yeah, they go after Scraw and Zabignu. They don't see you.
I was going to reveal the most ridiculous thing about Kit.
Oh, lame. All right, never
That's
mind.
fine.
I'll change it then.
That's fine. You can do whatever you want.
All right, we'll do it later. We'll see it one of these episodes, I'm sure. So Scraw, do you deal damage to just one, or is it everybody that comes into it?
Oh shit.
It's a reaction, so it's when a creature I see moves in there. So
Oh,
I
okay.
already
So
used
the
my
other two don't
reaction,
get it.
so-
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So then the one 14 on your armor? Scraw?
Oh, on mine, it's 16.
Okay, so second attack. Second attack is a meat, so that'll hit.
All right.
And that'll be for, oh shit, max damage. So that's 8 bludgeoning.
Whew. At least
Yeah.
it didn't kick me out of symbiotic entity.
Dude. And then the one on Zabignu. 12 on your armor?
Let me check.
Probably not, since you're a fighter, but I'll have you check anyway.
Come on. It is. The fuck is it? 17. Yeah, 17.
All right, well, the second one does hit because I rolled an 18.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I just rolled another 6 on this d6. You also take 8 points of bludgeoning damage. Holy shit.
Ouch.
So these things, they're kind of like, they're fighting their way through these vines that are just sort of writhing around at their feet. And, you know, they kind of wrap around their ankles a little bit, but then they just rip their way through it. And they come up and just do 2 big wampa paws right at both of you guys. And you guys both managed to duck under the first, but the second one, you know, as you kind of stand up to gain your bearings and get ready to dodge again, just connects. And yeah, so you guys are feeling a little bit rough. Jared, it is your turn. What's up?
Am I 30 feet or more from any of them?
Oh yeah, you are 45. You are 45 feet away from one, 50 feet away from the other.
Well, that's not within my range, damn it.
Too bad you don't have a way to move around to get closer. Or
Yeah,
anything
dude.
Like that.
Well, speed
If
40
only
means
you had legs.
speed 40 means max 40 feet, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't reach him. Is five? I only have to get within 5 feet of him.
Oh,
So-
if you're just going to try, so you cannot get up onto the one because of like the way that Kit is positioned, you would have to kind of go like around Kit in order to flank this Yeti more. And so, yeah, you wouldn't be able to get in there. Although, Kit, are you allowed to share a square with somebody? Is that a thing in this
Kit-
edition?
Kit is a small creature, and I think that's a variant rule you can use that a small creature can occupy the same space as a medium creature or a large creature. But
Are you guys down with that rule being cool? Because I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
Nevertheless, I still can't get in melee range of this creature with 40 feet of
Well, no, you can then. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking about spell type thing. Like, it's basically in order to get into melee range, you'd have to move exactly 40 feet.
Okay. I cast Sword Burst, so I have the sword spinning around me, which means
Okay.
anything within 5 feet takes damage, potentially.
Okay.
Sorry,
Okay.
Mike.
Oh my god, dude. I hate you so much.
Are they all
Okay,
locked in combat with this one?
Oh, 100%.
Yes, we're all
Are you-
standing in the same fucking spot.
You guys.
So let me
Listen,
ask
Looks
you
like we all need
something,
to make
Jared.
deck saves.
Yeah, is that a deck save or how does that go?
Oh, it's definitely deck save.
All right, so let me roll for the Yeti and
Well,
Kit.
I haven't
and
done it.
Zabignu.
I haven't done it yet.
I feel like you have.
All I said was I cast the spell. I never said I had him. So, can I? This is so boring. Can I just cast Ray of Sickness?
No, you could-
How is that boring? That's
Yeah.
awesome.
No, that's lame.
Yeah. Charge it with the
Make him
spinning
sick.
sword.
Give him a head cold.
Let me see what the range is. 60 feet.
Well, let me tell you something here. I rolled a 10, so we're good.
For my movement, I'm gonna go to the cart and pick up the war pick.
Okay. Cool, that's your turn then. Zabignu, what are you doing, bud?
Attacking. Nearest dude next to me.
All right, yeah, there's a guy right on top of you that just punched you with a giant Yeti fist, so he seems like a good enough target.
And it hurt. Let's see. 17 plus 2, 19.
Oh yeah.
And then it was a D10 plus 4. A 7.
All right. All right, and then Kit, you're right next to Zabignu, and Zabignu just got a decent hit off on this one. You can tell that it was much more of a grazing blow than the last one, but it seems pretty distracted with what the genocide is, feeding him. So
Oh yeah.
Go ahead,
It's time for some good in the woods pack tactics. All right, let's see here. That's a nat 20.
oh shit!
So, and I'm also going to use a smite.
Oh shit!
So
We're
hold
gonna
on.
need some more Yetis.
so this is the so let me roll the piercing damage. I don't have enough d8s right now for this. Hold on.
Oh my god!
This is going to be a total of 68's worth of damage. So I love that you can declare smite after your hit.
Oh yeah, dude, that was such a good change.
Let me see here. All right, it's 1, 2. Do I even own enough d8s? 3, 4. God, I'm gonna have to re-roll one of them. Darn. Here we go. All right. There's 10. Plus 11 is 21. Plus another d8 is 27 damage. with a rapier. Which
Oh
then gets
my.
divine smite.
So as you hop up and get ready to attack this thing, it sort of swings out and you dodge in between Zabignu's legs, and you sort of like use his knee to sort of propel yourself upwards. And as your swords begins to glow with the power of the lady, you jab it into its chest, and this thing just explodes in a shower of ichor. And but because of your nat 20, you're still moving so fast that all of Zabignu's calf and thigh blocks all of the gore from getting on you. So you're completely clean out of this, but Zabignu, like, you're...
This guy's running
like,
around
you just
through
got,
the
like,
crack of my
brain
ass.
matter
under
and
my
shit,
boot.
like... Your tracksuit is ruined, Zabignu. Like, it's a rough day.
Yeah, Kit's over there.
This little tiny lizard with a rapier just going to town.
Your Adidas clamshells are all like red now.
It's your turn, Scraw.
All right, so let's see. First things first, I'm going to cast Shillelagh on my club, and
Okay.
I kind of run my hand across it, and it kind of grows a little bit, and like the vines like run up the thing and all that kind of stuff, and make it cool looking and everything. And I'm going to attack that motherfucker in front of me. And so because of the symbiotic entity, it's with the Shillelagh, it's a D8 now for the club, and then D6 poison damage on top of that, and +5 hit. So that would be a 17.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
So what does it say about me that I'm coming up with things that I can say so that Scraw can have cool things to say when he does stuff?
That's your
Oh.
great DM.
Fuck yeah! All right, so that's 8 damage for the bludgeoning, and it's only 1 for the poison, but still not bad for a hit there.
Oh, yeah. No, that's... It's looking rough. Like, you just crack this thing in the side of the ribs, and you can hear bones breaking as you connect with it. And do you have anything else that you want to do then, sir?
I'm gonna say something to it. I just gotta find the right thing. Something good and snarky.
Can I tell you what the phrase is that I thought of that I think would be so amazing for when you cast Shillelagh?
I don't know.
She's a grower, not a shower.
Oh yeah. So yeah, like after I hit it, I say it's on the house.
I love it.
Yeah, and whenever it's turn, then he'll take the 2d4 necrotic damage.
I don't think he's getting through Hiram. Hiram?
Let's see. How close is this one that Scraw's been dealing with? How close is he to me?
Same distance that they always have been.
They aren't really moving.
No.
All right. I guess I'm just gonna Eldritch Blast. 16 and 5 damage.
All right. I am surprised, but you didn't manage to take care of it, Hiram. However, go ahead and roll the damage, Scraw, because this will do her.
All right. Full damage. 4 and 4. Necrotic.
Oh, yeah. It just starts puking, and it pukes maybe 3 or 4 times before it just convulses a few times and then just heaps on the ground. And you guys have solved my Yeti puzzle.
I drop the war pick into the cart after I flip it over, and then I start gathering my other things.
Was it a sword tooth? Do we have to pull the tooth on one of them?
So
Peace.
why don't you actually give me an investigation, Jared, as you're kind of looking over your cart and stuff?
15.
So you think that your axle is cracked.
Damn it.
And you're not really sure how much weight the cart can handle now in its condition currently.
Can we retcon and say that I think my axle is slashed?
Absolutely not. Boo. Fucking boo. As a matter of fact, you took 1 point of psychic damage. Jared did. Like, randomly. Like, he just got this really bad headache. It just started pulsing, and oh, man. Just a bad one. You better be careful or his head might explode.
Hey, it's a big deal.
So,
good job. And he's gonna, and Kit's gonna pat you on like the upper thigh, like on the side of the leg. And he's gonna cast Lay on Hands. You took 8 points of damage, right?
Think so, yeah.
Yeah, and regain
Yeah,
all
that's
8
exactly
of
what
those.
he tried.
Hey, thanks for healing me through the dick, little guy.
I think you need to go relearn your anatomy.
Can Hiram approach the Yeti corpse?
Hiram can do whatever, homie.
All right, he's gonna ride up to it and get off his horse.
Okay.
You've been
You
on
do
your
that.
horse this
And,
whole time.
Yeah, he has, yes.
Hiram, man, let us get out of here before you start defiling them.
I just wanted to cut the tusks out of them. They've got like some kind of fangs, don't they?
I mean, their
Yeah,
teeth
smart
are
teeth.
rather sizable, but they're not like massive either. You know.
Oh,
You want to try and cut some? You want to cut out some trophies? Yeah, go ahead. Why don't you make me
Yeah.
a survival check, please?
Am I the only one picturing the Yetis from Rudolph from Friends?
No.
I pictured the Yeti from Monsters Inc. Made me kind of sad when we killed them all.
There was no
That's-
Yeti in Rudolph. That was the Abominable Snowman,
16?
It was, yeah, you're right.
and they bounce.
Yeah, you managed to pull some teeth out of this thing.
Okay,
Why
can I
don't you make
roll
me-
and? Oh yeah, please.
No, what do you want? What do you want first? Go ahead. That first.
Like how messed up is its hide? Like, does it have a cool coat?
So I would say that only the one in front of Scraw is not like completely fucked up because the one basically burst into just goo because Kit just fucking annihilated it. And the other one, I mean, you could probably make something out of it, like if you actually sat down and, sewed some things together and stuff like that. But I mean, there is definitely a large cut in the hide right around the shoulder arm area, like in the collarbone, where's the big new, slashed the fuck out of it, and then there's a couple of holes in like the leg area, but you could possibly use that one. But you think that your best bet is the one that that got killed by the poison.
I think I'm just gonna take the teeth from both of them and call it there.
If you want, there's plenty of teeth spread around in the snow from the one that exploded, so that might be easier.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get 2 sets of teeth. And
Okay.
what were you gonna say before I interrupted?
Nothing important now.
Oh, okay.
So,
I was gonna probably make you do a check, but now I understand what you're trying to do, so we're good.
where is my axle broken?
Let's say the back axle is cracked in. Let's say in the like right about in the middle of it.
Is that affecting both wheels or just the one?
It affects both wheels in the back, but I mean, like the wheels do spin independently of each other. And so, I mean, it's mostly just the concern about the weight. And if if you guys hit any bumps or anything like that, there's a chance that it could just break completely.
How deep is our snow right now? On the trail?
Why don't one of you guys roll a D8 for me?
4.
It's about 4.5, 5 feet deep in some places, but on the road, it's about 3. Kit's just so light that he basically runs across the snow.
Wait, did you just say inches? Feet? What did?
Feet.
Wow, that's mad deep.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize. Okay. I finished putting everything in my cart, and I say, all aboard that's going aboard. I reckon as long as we're in the snow, we ought to be all right with the weight. But if we meet hard road, I'm afraid a bunch of y'all are gonna have to walk. I don't know. This thing.
The big new walks up while he's talking and puts the bridle in his mouth.
I don't have a
Puts the
bridle.
reins on.
So, can I roll an investigation to see if I find what I was looking for earlier in the cart?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, sweet. 18 plus, I don't even know what my investigation is. 2. So, dirty 20.
Yeah, I would say you do. Brian, roll me a d20. Don't add anything to it.
8.
Yeah, you're fine.
All right. So, as I'm walking up, I like my eyes, like go really wide for a second there. And I kind of like, shake out again, and all those extra like mushrooms that had grown during the fight like slough off. And I run up and I extend my talon towards the edge of the cart, and a tiny little mouse runs up my arm, and I feed it a little piece of food, and then it jumps in my pocket.
The Disney movie over here.
So basically, the way that I'm going to handle this moving forward, Brian, is every so often when you add more weight to this cart, so like when people get off and then they get back on, I'm going to just have you roll a d20. If you ever roll a 1, that axle's breaking.
All right.
It's funny. We just ride Brian around everywhere.
Kit, are you sure you don't want to ride with me?
I recommend as many people who can should ride with you. I'm not sure about this axle.
Well, I don't want to overload glue.
Boy,
I again try to put the bridle on Jared.
That would be a sticky situation. I don't have a bridle.
I put a
I'm
feed
writing
bag
that
on.
down.
I put my index finger on Jared's mouth and just shush him as I try and put the bridle in.
I rub a carrot on his nose. And he takes a bite of it.
So we've got like a bunch of coniferous trees here, right?
Yes, sir.
Are there any ones with like really low boughs on them?
Yeah, some of the pines are not as tall as the other ones, especially when you get closer to the tree line next to the road.
Okay.
And so, absolutely.
So, kid's gonna. Anybody got a hatchet? We can maybe make a sled. I can ride a sled.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll throw a couple sticks together real quick.
You know, try and keep weight. Maybe glue can carry some of the sled.
We don't really have a hatchet, but we have a short sword, a war pick, and a sickle.
No,
I've got
Does
a lot-
anybody have a hand axe?
I have a hand axe, like the throwing. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, that's
No, I
a
have-
hatchet, 100%.
Yeah, because Kit has a lot of things that poke really well. That's about it.
Nice. Yeah, I just start chopping stuff up
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, why don't you give me why don't you guys, one of you is going to give me the survival check and the other one can just assist the other one to give advantage.
I have a +3, so
I as well.
I don't know what you got.
So can I? We'll just Can I assist him?
I have a 2.
No, it's between him and Zabignu.
What the hell?
All right, let's go. Let's see what I got.
So yeah, go ahead and roll it with advantage then, Kit.
17 +3 for a total of dirty 20.
Oh yeah. So
My other roll
Let
was a
me just
5.
roll-
Thanks for advantage.
So it does take you the better part of an hour to complete it, but when you get done, you take some rope out of your pack and kind of tie it together really nicely, and shave down pieces of these pine boughs so that they kind of interlock with each other and stuff like that. And you're pretty damn satisfied with it at this point, and it looks pretty good actually. Like for something just thrown together in an hour, like it's nicer than Jared's card actually. At this point, you think?
Okay, that wasn't called for?
So yeah, we got a pine sled to attach to the glue.
Well done, lizard friend. If you are all ready, I am anxious to get to this cave, and it had better pay off, because this thing is going to cost me a fortune.
While
So
he's
after-
talking, I'm sitting there petting him.
So I hook up the sled to glue, and can I make an intimidation check, Tim?
On who?
On Kit.
I mean, you roll intimidation, he rolls insight.
Okay.
Oh,
But
great.
wait, I want to do something, but I don't want the others to see it. Like, what's that roll?
Like wink and blow a kiss to Kit or something.
Okay, let's resolve that first, and then I'll have you roll like a stealth or something, I guess. I don't know. Well, first let's see what the fuck you're doing before.
Yeah, what's going on?
I want to use my middle and pointer finger and point to my eyes and then point to his eyes. You know what I'm talking about? Like
Oh my
the
God.
And
thing.
then lick my upper lip.
You do realize
No.
that he just exploded a Yeti into goo.
I'm giving him
It
crazy
will kill
eyes,
the
Tim.
fuck out of you, Hiram.
And he did that
It
with a
will kill
rapier.
the fuck out of you.
He used a rapier to make a Yeti explode.
Fine,
Let that
I
sink
wink
in.
at him.
No, I think it's perfect. I think it's perfect if you do that finger gesture because Kit's gonna do it right back.
And then
Scraw
I'm
notices
watching his
this and he
uncle
does it too.
I'm eating what's left of a cannoli, sharing the carrot with the horseman here.
Can Glue have some of your carrots?
You creep me out.
It was just two hunters. Didn't
It's
kill the
true.
president.
So, not president.
Did you
So
say
if you guys want to,
did you say my harness
ahead.
broke?
yes, it
Axel. Oh,
did.
oh.
That too.
I'm gonna cut. I'm gonna cut 6 feet off my hemp rope that I have in my inventory, so it becomes a 44-foot rope instead. I'm just gonna tie that strap on me. Can I do that?
So I'm gonna say that while Kit is building his sled, you do all of your repairs and stuff and get your cart kind of travel ready and whatnot. So yeah, no problem.
All right,
And
so I used to have a buckle that I could just undo and get out. How easy is it for me to get in and out now?
high or low?
Low this time.
It's gonna take you an action at least to get out, like an attack action at least.
All right.
But it won't be too bad. Basically, at this point, because I mean, I do need to get to bed soon-ish. I was figuring we could just leave RP and stuff because I'm gonna bring like the beginning of next session. I'll bring y'all to the trail going off into the woods so that we can start heading towards the cave and stuff.
All right.
I apologize. I you know what I mean? Like I didn't expect to have to drive over to fucking Waukesha and change a tire and
What? Yeah. What the hell?
also
man? Where are your priorities? You choose your family over us.
I mean, yeah, every single time.
I mean, God bless them,
No,
but
right.
they're terrible lesbians.
I'll let Mary know.
Man, too bad that was out of character. I would have loved to have written that one down as
All right. I'm going to stop this stream before Wesley gets us in trouble.
Right.
You didn't say
Oh,
it.
jeez.
You did say something. What the fuck do you mean?
Yeah, what?
Jesus.
I want to play with you. So if you're watching this and thinking about getting into this game, if you've got the time on Friday nights, you should jump in, roll up a level 2 character. If you want to get into our Discord server, you can message us on Twitter at DNDLCP. We'll get you a link. I'm gonna try, if you find us on YouTube with this video, I'm gonna put all the Discord link in the description. You could always message us on Twitter if you're watching this. Not on Twitter. You can always message us on Twitch if you're watching this on Twitch. We'll, however you can get a hold of us, we'll get you into our Discord server. Thanks for watching.